Hey there guys, this is Joe with sloppyjoesshredshack, and today we're going to be taking a look at the first impressions that I've gotten from the HX Stomp and a few sounds that I have wrangled up here. And maybe we'll make a patch or two just so I can show you how easy this thing is to use. Who knows? Well, anyways, welcome back to the Shred Shack. My name is Joe. It's nice to have you, and welcome to the sloppiest guitar channel on YouTube. But anyways, if you haven't seen me before, definitely click subscribe and smash that bell notification. That would be awesome. I would really appreciate that. And if you have seen me before, again, welcome back to the Shred Shack. But yeah, so a few weeks ago, I posted a video of me picking up my HX Stomp. So really excited about this little piece of gear. Needless to say, this little unit is going to be helping me out immensely because I'm going to be traveling a lot, but I still want to be putting out content or maybe even just playing guitar in hotel rooms, but I also want a quality sound, so if I do decide to record or I do decide to do demo tracking, I can at least have the same tones that I have at home anywhere in the world whenever I need them. So what we're going to do here is we're going to jump over to my computer and we're just going to kind of go through some of the settings that I've already set up and maybe set up a few patches, and I can show you how easy this thing is to use. Alright, so now I have all of my, everything plugged in and all that. I got the Helix connected to my Focusrite. Now you don't actually have to connect it to the Focusrite, you can connect it direct to laptop, but so I can run the microphone at the same time, I need to have it connected to the Focusrite. So I'll kind of show you how this works real quick. So obviously you can see my little patch that I made on the HX Stomp there. But the way that I adjust everything is I use HX Edit, which I'm bringing up right now on my computer. It's super convenient. I personally love this thing. So on this, basically I have a split going to 2 amps. It's just a Friedman BE100. Oh, you can see the button that's lit up on the HX Stomp. That's just to switch over from which one to which signal path I want to be using. So when that light is on, it's just going straight through and turning this one off completely. And then when that light is off, like it is right now, I'll press it. You can hear that little extra hiss. That is the that is the signal going through this path right here and avoiding this one. So obviously I have like a little reverb right now, and then I have an IR going on. Looks like I'm running an Ownhammer IR, running an Emperor 412. Vintage 30s with a 57. So yeah, this is kind of what it sounds like. Now, it's supposed to be clean. It's not clean. I don't really like clean sounds. So you'll kind of like, it's more of like a rock kind of clean. Using the neck pickup here. As you can see here, that I have that little thing highlighted almost. I'm going to press that button again. That's what that's activating right there. So we're going to go to the bridge pickup and do kind of more of like an overdriven thing. So yeah, that's that right there, So that's just like the basic tones that I use. Obviously I have like an overdrive right here for, an overdrive on the clean to kind of push the front end of the amplifier, or to kind of do more of a lead thing with the amp too. So yeah, that's kind of what I got going on there. So I'll hurry up and turn this overdrive off real quick. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go set up just a random new patch. So we're going to go to, you can see on the screen here, just a 0 to A. Now, this is kind of set up for, you know, like demo use or whatever, you know, like plugging into the straight end of an amplifier. There's no IRs or anything. So I'm just going to right click here, and then I'm going to put clear all blocks just so I can clear everything out. And we're just going to make like, you know, a basic rock patch here. So this is like the easiest part. Now, with the HX Stomp, you only have 6 blocks that you can use. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all you got. That's kind of the limitations of the HX Stomp, but if you don't need a ton of stuff, this is right up your alley. So, all right, so we're gonna select an amp and cab to kind of maximize the space we got here. So I am gonna use the US double norm. That's like a Fender type amplifier. And then you got the matching cab here. So you have like the preamp and power section, and then the cab right there, or like the speakers or whatever. Now for clean stuff, I like to use the 421. Really like the 421 for that. And I want it a little bit closer, about 2 inches away. So this is kind of what it sounds like. This is no reverb or anything like that. So yeah, like pretty clean, you know, classic Fender type sound. So I'm going to go back over here. We're going to adjust a few things. I'm going to turn the drive up. I really like this when it's a little bit hotter. Oh, does that sound nice? And then, you know, like a little bit more bass, not much. And then I want to scoop the mids just a bit. Nah, just kidding. We're going to just hike them up just a smidge and turn up the presence just a little bit. Maybe a little bit too much gain there. Kind of running at a 5.5, 5.7. Oh, does that sound nice? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a compressor right off the bat here. So we're just going to use the red squeeze. I'm going to kind of keep it right here. I kind of like the stock setting on the red squeeze. Ooh, that sounds nice. All right, and then we're going to put an overdrive right here. I'm going to turn this off. We're going to put, I like the Heir Apparent. That's just a really great overdrive. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm going to turn the tone down just a smidge. We're going to turn the level up just to push the front end of the amplifier. And we're going to keep that as an overdrive. Now you can, you know, do a distortion. I'm going to keep that as the overdrive. Turn up the presence just a little bit. So yeah, so I like that. I like that a lot. So we're going to turn that back off. Now I'm just going to put a reverb in behind the amplifier now. So we're going to select the legacy reverb. And I like the big plate reverb. Oh, buddy, I accidentally just eliminated my overdrive. So we're going to go back. I accidentally had that highlighted. So we're going to go back, click our Heir Apparent. I kind of remember I turned that down a little bit. I turned the presence up to about 1.3. And then boosted the level just a smidge. So, all right. So what you want to do is you're going to highlight a new area here. So I like to do this. Now, reverbs I usually put at the end. So I'm just going to do that. You know, select the legacy reverb, hit the plate, and this is what we get. Ooh, I can hear that distortion going on. I don't want that. All right, so, you know, so we got our compressor, we have our overdrive, we have our amp, we have 2 more blocks to use up. So I'm going to put something here, you know, just for funsies. Let's do like a, what should we do? Let's just do something simple like, there we go, little phase shifter action. Nah, just kidding. U-Vibe every time. Always use that. It is the most beautiful of all of the things. Turn down the intensity here a little bit. Oh, that sounds good. I like that. And I'll just have that, you know, turn that off. Then I have my overdrive here. Now let's put something here. Let's do like a, let's do an optical trim. I like that. Turn down the intensity, turn down the speed a little bit. So that sounds really, really good. So right now, as you can look in the screen here, we have our compressor that's off. We have the U-Vibe here that is off. Overdrive is off. Obviously the cab and amp sim are on. And then I have the tremolo, which you can hear. And then we have our big plate reverb at the end here. So I'm going to leave that plate reverb on just because I really like it. Maybe turn down the mix just a smidge. Yeah, that sounds nice. Just a little bit more. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna leave the compressor on at all times. Just for... Oh, you can hear that jack getting a little old there. Turn this off real quick just so I can adjust the this. I'm gonna boost the decibels up. Turn the sensitivity down just a little bit. All right, so then, you know, what we're going to do is I want to assign the overdrive to the actual foot switches itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to select that. We're going to right click on it, bypass assign. I want to put it to foot switch number 2, and you can see it right there on that camera. That it has now been assigned because the light can turn on. I'll do that right now. There we go. And then turn that off real quick. Turn it back on. All right. So then I also want to assign the U-Vibe over to the foot switch. So we do the same thing. I'm going to select it, right click, put it to foot switch number 1, and you can see it now. It's all on here. So this is just the U-Vibe. Then hurry up and turn the overdrive on. Turn that off real quick. But yeah, this thing sounds really, really good and super easy to use. You saw how easy it was to assign the U-Vibe and the overdrive to the foot switches on the pedal. If you're looking for something simple but also really versatile at the same time, this HX Stomp is amazing for that. So yeah, I really, really, really like this thing. So let's, you know, let's just move a few things around here. So let's turn this compressor off. Let's eliminate this little guy right here. Let's turn the reverb off, and let's change our amp. So I'm just going to use the same patch here. So I'm going to use a different... Oh, buddy. All right, there we go. I almost screwed that up. We're going to use just a different amp here. So let's just do a classic 5150 tone. Nah, well, actually, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to use the Soldano there. I love this thing. And then, since there's no cab that's associated with this, I'm going to use an impulse response. So I really like the Own Hammer stuff. I'm going to use an Own Hammer Emperor 412 Vintage 30. Little guy going on here. I think there's a... Alright, so I decided to change my mind. We're going to use a Zilla 212 cab with using an H75 and a V30. Turn the volume up on that guy a little bit, so we're going to head over here, hit that channel volume, crank that. Yeah, this thing sounds sick right out of the box here. I'm going to hike the mids up a little bit more. Maybe take down the highs a little smidge there. Hit the overdrive just because we can. Why not? Now, let's do something a little bit more metal here. And let's change this to a tube screamer. Do the classic, barely keep the gain on, crank the level, really just punch the front end of this thing. Alright, and then, well, let's turn on a different reverb. Let's do maybe the plate reverb, but with less everything. Alright, that works. Yeah, this thing sounds good. This guitar is a little bit harder to play than my other guitars. But, you know, it's the same thing. So, you know, I have the Scream 808, you know, assigned there. But if I wanted to, you know, put something funky here, like, I don't know, maybe an auto wah. I don't know. What do we got in here? Sounds stupid. Okay, never mind. I hate that. I also don't play with auto wahs ever, so. Well, let's look here. Let's just put something silly on here. Maybe, there we go. I can't actually play the solo because I won't be able to monetize this video if I do, but you get the point. So yeah, this thing is, I'm going to turn all these stupid noises off here, because that's all I can hear in my headphones. But, you know, it's really, really, really awesome. I highly, highly approve of this, you know. And if you want to do basic channel switching, you totally can. You can assign your foot switches to do that. You saw that with my Friedman patch. But anyways, I'm going to head back over here. You got to see me kind of make two very basic patches, very, very minimal editing, and it sounds really great in my opinion. All right, so those were some of the tones that I was able to get out of the HX Stomp, you know, and hopefully I kind of walked you through it a little bit so it was a little bit understandable. But, you know, honestly, this thing rules. It's super versatile, it's little, you know, it does everything that the Line 6 Helix LT, the floorboard, and the rack unit do. It just can't have as many, you know, little units to put things in. But if you're not looking for something super complex, this is right up your alley, you know. I do know, obviously, it's a little bit limiting on the Footswitch end of it. There are a few companies that make aftermarket MIDI switching on here, so as you can see by the little MIDI ports right there. So you can expand the foot switches if you need to, but you know, honestly, this thing is great for the money. I think this is clocking in around 600 bucks or $599 right now. So definitely, if you can get your hands on one of these, do that. Links are going to be in the description box down below when it comes to the little HX Stomp here. I highly recommend it. You know, for me, it's perfect for what I'm doing. But anyways, if you like the content that I'm putting out here, definitely feel free to subscribe, smash that bell notification and all that fun stuff, and follow me in all the upcoming videos. Now, you can always hit me up on Facebook. Just pretend this is a keyboard and type it into your browser, you turkey. Or hit me up on Instagram at sloppyjoes_shredshack. Anyways, I'm Joe. This is the Line 6 HX Stomp. I recommend this to a family and or friend, and you should too. But anyways, later.